I was, I believe, 18 when I got my first tattoo. It was this one here. I got it done in Porthcawl. So one of my many trips to Porthcawl in the summers. I don't know, I just felt like my arm was a bit boring, a bit plain, and I've got family members that have tattoos, and I thought, why not? Especially they believed that I wouldn't be able to handle the pain. But yeah, it's just literally a tattoo of me and the building where I grew up in an area called Harts Lane. And it's just, yeah, just a block of flats that kind of represent the area. And yeah, it means a lot to me. I've got this one under here. It's the first boots I wore when I made my Worlds debut. And obviously got the little World Cup there. So it just shows where I've where I've gone to and what you can become if you, you know what I mean, it's kind of like this arm's kind of more like a journey. So from the beginning of playing in the area with my friends, some family members, and then go from there, going to the World Cup. So massive meaning. And got one under here. It's my, it's just a hand holding down the crown. So it's kind of, it's about my little girl. So it's kind of like the king handing down the crown to the little princess. And it's got her name and date of birth. So I'll probably say them two are close. I've got my first squad number when I got proper implemented into the team. So the number 22 is kind of the number that I was given and yeah, hold dearly. So even when I went to France, they said, what number do you want? I said, oh, I want the number 22. So number 14, number 22 are kind of the two numbers that kind of the start of my journey and growing into the game. Obviously number 14 is my first ever football number, my first ever joined my team. And number 22 is my first national team number. So two numbers I hold dearly to myself. It was crazy. I just remember sitting at home and knowing the squad was going to get released on a certain day, and it was just excitement, a bit of nervousness, thinking and hoping that I've done enough to be in the squad, and to see the squad on Sky Sports and see my name there was an amazing moment for me, my family, and for my career in general, you know. Like, no one can say that, do you know what I mean, under 2 years, go from playing non-league, being a scaffolder, to playing at a World Cup for your country, really. This whole arm is kind of more about family. You've got obviously the shaping of the African continent. That's where my dad's from a country called Sierra Leone. So it's kind of more about him, you know, like both sides. Probably bring all the flair and stuff probably from the African side. You've got the Welsh dragon, which obviously represents my mum. And, you know, everything I do for Wales is to make her proud and make that side of the family proud. And for me, it's about keeping going and just getting more caps after more caps and becoming a big player for Wales, really. Then you've got obviously the S, the J, and the G. These are my siblings. Like I said, like it's a whole family arm. Yeah, I fitted them in the arm. And then also got the little one at the top here. It's a saying from a movie, Lilo Stitch. And yeah, this just basically just represents that whole arm, about what family means, and yeah, it's a probably more thoughtful tattoo, this arm, to be honest. So it's kind of like a family arm here, and then a kind of like a football journey kind of arm here. Some people may see me as someone who's quiet, you know. I'm an observing kind of person, you know, especially if I'm going into a situation or a group that I'm not around a lot, so I'm kind of quiet and kind of observe the room. But for me, the tattoos speak. They speak for themselves. They kind of tell a journey of where I began to what I've accomplished, and hopefully accomplish more, so can add. But then the left arm kind of shows who I do it for, and the reason why I'm so strong as a character, and how bubbly, you know what I mean, I get it from my dad, from my mum, from my siblings, you know. And yeah, it's just one of them ones where it's the pain didn't really, when you realise the meaning, you don't really feel the pain. a lot of people are different, you know. Some people have no tattoos but could have the brightest and biggest personalities, you know. But some people kind of use it for the art in the tattoos and express who they are as people and their personalities and who they do, like me, who I do it for. And yeah, I just think tattoos is massive, but it has its own meanings towards them. I think that's like me, I give a lot of credit to the tattooists, you know, real talented people. And for them to take what's in your mind of the meanings of what you want done on your body, it's to them implementing it onto your skin I find it incredible. Probably say make sure it has meaning. So you see a lot of people just get tattoos for the sake of just getting tattoos, and little silly ones that they later regret in the later years. All I say to them is, when you're 70 odd, 60 odd, around the late ages, just remember what you feel like it's going to look like. You've got a little saying at the back here, remember where you came from. It's kind of, for me, it's kind of a saying to stay humble, keep me on the ground. Because look, now I'm in amongst the Welsh squad, I'm playing, and I'm in France playing against top teams at PSG, Monaco, but then I always need to remember where I came from. You know, not long ago I was playing part-time football as a scaffolder, working in JD, and to try to get money to get on the train to get to these places. And it just keeps me, like I said, just keeps me on the ground, staying humble. And that's when it goes back to the point of, if you're gonna get tattoos and stuff like that, you've gotta make sure it has some sort of meaning. Because I know once I hit my later ages, it will all make sense, especially when I got later on in my career, other achievements that I add on to my body, and yeah, it's all gonna make sense in the end. Obviously you've got the cards here, how I took a gamble, you know, when I got released at 16 from West Ham, I had loads of different options, you know, to go continue playing in academy structure and stuff like that, and obviously stopped playing when, like I said, I could have went on to continue playing in academies. But I took a gamble, went to Boreham Woods to try, went down the route of an education-wise, which then put me in a situation where I'm now back to playing football, back to loving the game again. And then obviously when I was a kid, football was always the dream. You know, you'd pray every day to become a footballer. Millions of people want to become footballers, and for me to be one of the people who are living their dream, you know what I mean, it's a blessing. And like I say, I'm not a massive religious person, but I do believe that things happen for a reason, and I don't see myself getting any more unless, you know, things change in personal life or get to another World Cup. Why not?